singing of our national anthem, performed tonight by Jenny Medley.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early
Celebrate a night of great music
light
for a great cause.
was a
Transworld presents the
proud
Darius Rucker Benefit Ride in Concert Saturday, August 28th, under the stars at the Simsbury Meadows Performing Arts Center. Plus, Stanley Black & Decker fireworks are for the concert. Benefiting the boys and girls Friends of Hartford. Darius Rucker August 28th. Tickets on sale now at transworldonline.com/concert. Sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric, American Standard, and Grover Hartford.
were so gallantly streamed,
Their favorite teams.
and the rockets
Discover something that
wrangled
connects generations.
over
Let's celebrate the wins and the losses. It can change our day, set our mood, be inspirational. Baseball has the ability to do that. Baseball is about going to a ballpark with friends, having a hot dog, and light up the Hartford sky. Baseball is about seeing smiles from everyone. Baseball.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's game time. Okay, lace them up.
To get the game started. That's right, friends. I'm down here with my new friends, Grace and Isaac from Avon, Connecticut. Collectively, they're the two Liberty Honda Mazda Playwalk kids of the game. Grace, Isaac, we're ready to get this game started, but all of these fans need to hear the two most important words in baseball. What are they? Defensive alignment.
And welcome back, everybody. Dunkin' Donuts Park in downtown Hartford. The Yard Goats and the Bowie Baysox, the Double-A partners with the Baltimore Orioles. So Hartford has taken a dominant behind the 25-year-old right-hander Garrett Schilling, who's making his sixth start in Double-A. One win, one loss, 5 games, and a 4.50 earned run average is Schilling to start the season. And he makes his first ever start against the Bowie Baysox as the Goats will continue this 6-game homestand against the Orioles affiliate. Jeff Dooley with you with Kurt Kaplan back in Network Studios, and good to have you with us for baseball on this Thursday night. Mostly cloudy skies, the lights are on, and we'll be on time for a 7:05 first pitch. Could be up against some weather later on, but well, play as long as you can, right? And the field is in tip-top shape as the Goats and Baysox are set to battle. Well, this Bowie team is very impressive. 19-5, a league best. They've also got a league best 6-game winning streak on the line tonight. Hartford comes in 4th place in the Northeast Division, 7 wins and 19 losses. And the Goats have lost their last 4 games and they'll try and put aside that losing skid tonight. Well, the Baysox will send Tevin Barver to the plate first, the former Rocky Farm hen, the center fielder tonight for Bowie. He is in left side. Schilling working with Javier Guevara as the right-hander is set. And tonight's first pitch, a fastball is taken high for a ball, and away we go. Good to have you with us in the corners of Maine and Trumbull in this Yard Goats baseball from Dunkin' Donuts Park. Our game time temperature 70 degrees. The next one is in for a strike. Evens things at 1 ball, 1 strike. Bit of a breeze, a 10-mile-an-hour wind out towards center field. Schilling into the wind, and the 1-1. Swung on a soft roller first base, right to the glove of Sean Bouchard. He has it. Now he flips to Schilling, covering the bag, and Turnbarger disposed of 3-1 for the first out of the first inning. And this Baysox team loaded with prospects. They've got number 1, they've got number 2, they've got number 4, and they've got number 10. How about that? 4 of the top 10 listed by MLB.com. Tell you what, scouts could come and watch this team play and knock off a lot of players on lists. And second baseman Joey Ortiz is in. Playing in his 5th game with Bowie. In 40 games, he's hitting .357. He wraps that one as shortstop. Montez to his right has it. Coco shifts the body and throws in time to get Ortiz for out number 2. Sean Bouchard at first base. Coco Montez, who made that, plays at second. Left side has Taylor Snyder at shortstop, and Elias Montero plays at third. And in the outfield, it's Manny Melendez patrolling center today with Jimmy Herron in left and Todd Zinnicki in rights. Here's Adley Rutschman, the number 1 overall pick out of Oregon State a couple of years ago, and he takes the pitch low for ball 1. Goats pitching staff has done a pretty good job with Rutschman. He just has 1 hit in the first 2 games. Had a hit last night. The pitch swing and a miss, and he is a catcher, but playing first base for the Baysox tonight. Number 1 overall pick back in 2019. Here's the second time the Orioles have had the first overall pick. Ben McDonald went number 1 overall out of LSU back in 1989. McDonald now doing television broadcasts for the Orioles. That one misses, and it's 2 balls and a strike to Adley Rutschman. And the pitch, that's in for a strike. Slider at 87 for Schilling. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Garrett from Clawson, Michigan. Rocky's 18th round pick out of Xavier back in 2017. Pulls out the glove right in front of his eye. Now reaches in for the baseball. The 2-2 pitch misses up. 94 that time, and it fills now 3-2. Schilling impressive Friday at Portland in a 10-2 win. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. Walk and 4 strikeouts and 86 pitches. Pitches fouled back to the screen behind the plate, and do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Schilling made his Double-A debut May 5th at Richmond. All of 2019 he was at Lancaster. The next one misses outside, ball 4. So Rutschman works the walk. The 3-2 pitch, it missed badly away from the hitter. High and outside. Schilling at Lancaster back in 2019, 9 wins, 8 losses, a 5.11 earned run average. He was 5th in the Cali League in wins, tied for 4th in starts, and 8th in innings. So he was a guy that could chew up some frames. Patrick Dorian is the hitter, lefty hitter. Swings away and shoots one towards center. Melendez heading back, still going back, reaches up, and he makes the catch in full tilt. Good running grab by Manny Melendez, who brings it in over the shoulder style nonetheless. And Dorian hits it on the nose, but he's gone to end the inning. In the frame, no runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 man left. And after 1/2 inning, it's Bowie nothing. And the Yard Goats coming up on News Radio 1410 WPOP.
You get a job, so you open a checking account, and then a savings account, a mortgage, a home equity loan, and some retirement accounts, which means you're working with, what, 6 financial institutions? Maybe it's time to consolidate your financial life with just one of them. At People's United Bank, we can give you everything under one convenient roof, from checking to mortgages to investments. Life is complicated. Banking doesn't have to be. Visit peoples.com. People's United Bank, N.A., member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Now those were the days. You rocked. And you never stopped. Until your back did. But now you can go here, because this guy's a rock star too. He performs robotic spine surgery the way you performed epic drum solos. And his team owns backs the way your band owned the stage. So do that one thing you did better than anything at the one hospital in Connecticut dedicated to orthopedics, Hartford Healthcare's Bone and Joint Institute.
We've topped your toasty favorites at Dunkin', like new bacon-topped avocado toast, toasted grilled cheese melts, or rich and creamy avocado toast. Toast your way, all day at Dunkin'. Order ahead plus earn rewards. America runs on Dunkin'.
Yard Goat Baseball presented by Dunkin'. Get ready for solos, base-clearing hits, grand slams, and Dunkin' coffee to keep you going all season long. Because every Dunkin' run is a home run. The Yard Goats run on Dunkin'. Hartford set to bat, bottom half of the first inning against Felke Peralta, 24-year-old right-hander, 1-0 in 4 games, 2 starts at a 1.93 earned run average. He's pitched 2 games as a starter. He's pitched 2 games as a reliever. And he's on the bump to start tonight for the Baysox, working with Chris Hudgens, who is the catcher. Peralta 6'5", 195, 24 years old, out of the Dominican Republic. He last worked on Wednesday in relief against Harrisburg and pitched 2 scoreless innings with 2 strikeouts. His last start, he was very good. He went 4 innings. Allowed 3 hits and 2 unearned runs with a walk and a season-high 9 strikeouts. He's pitched against Altoona, Reading, Richmond, Harrisburg, and now he'll add Hartford to that list as Elias Montero slides into the leadoff spot. He will begin things, swings at the first pitch, breaks his bat, rolls when his shortstop, Guinier to his left has it, slings it across in time to get Montero. 1 batter, 1 out. Montero had been in the 3-4 hole for the Goats this season, but now the leadoff spot. He's played by Caden Guinier, the former star from Oregon State. As he fielded that ground ball, wasn't hit very hard, but placed directly up the middle, so Caden had to dig to his left to scoop that off the grass, and a load of good strong throw to Adley Rutschman, who's at first base. Now the first baseman, Sean Bouchard. Peralta, a South Atlantic League All-Star back in 2019. Pitched at Delmarva, 6-2 with a 3.02 earned run average. The pitch to Bouchard is in for a strike, 0-1. Then struggled a little bit in 10 games at High A Frederick, 3-3 with a 5.48 earned run average. There's the 0-1 pitch. It swung at a high drive hit towards right field. Churchin heading back towards the track in front of the fence. He's there and he makes the catch. So Bouchard tries to go opposite way and ends up in the glove of Dorian Churchin, who's in right field and playing for the first time in this set against the Goats. 2 batters and 2 away. Chris Hudgens catching. Adley Rushman's at first base. Joey Ortiz, the second baseman. Left side has Caden Grenier at shortstop. Patrick Doreen is at third. In the outfield, left to right, Johnny Reiser in left. Taryn Varvers in center. And Dorian Churchin made that last play in right. Second baseman Coco Montes looks at 1 outside for ball 1. Peralta, a 4-seam fastball. Also throws a curveball and a changeup in his repertoire. There's his 1-0 pitch. It's fouled back to the screen just like the other guys before him. Very hard thrower. Last pitch at 97. Long look in by Peralta. Says yes to Hutchins, who shows out the target. Now the 1-1 pitch. Changeup missing high. The count goes to 2-1. Peralta, the Orioles minor league pitcher of the month in July. Went 3-0 with a 2.57 earned run average in July of 2016. The pitch swung on. That's line into left center field for a base hit. Johnny Reiser over to get it. Plays it back to the infield. An aggressive turn by Montes, but the ball comes in quickly, and Coco has to return to first base. He's always thinking double. He leads the team and had his team high 15th double as he cracked an RBI-style double in last night's game, and 2-1 loss. What a well-pitched game last night here in downtown Hartford. Grayson Rodriguez opposite Carl Kaufman, and Rodriguez came out on top in his Double-A debut. He was impressive. 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, only a run allowed. But I tell you what, equally impressive was Kevin Smith, who came in relief and fired 4 scoreless. Here's Manny Melendez, lefty hitter. And takes the pitch low for ball one. Rutschman at first base holds Montez, who does run well. Baysox just took 4 of 5 at Harrisburg. They've won all 5 series that they played in thus far. Actually, all 4 series. Pitch in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Goats just lost 4 of 6 up in Portland. Baysox started the season. They took 3 of 5 in Altoona, then swept Reading in 6, then 4 of 6 down in Richmond. In the last set, they won 4 of 5 at Harrisburg. Tossed to first base. Diving back is Montez. Great thing about this game of baseball, though, is you play it every day, so a chance to turn things around. And that 2-1 loss last night doesn't have any indication on what can happen today. It all comes down to the next day's starting pitcher, right? A toss to first base, and back in time is Coco Montes. These two teams will play again tomorrow night, 7:05, Saturday, 6:05, Sunday, 1:05. Peralta ready with a 1-1 pitch. And here it comes. That's a little bit low, and Hutchins bluffs the throw down to first base. Count goes to 2-1. Goats trying to cut down on the K's. They've had a lot of non-contacts this homestand. 33 strikeouts for Goats hitters the first 2 games against Bowie, including 18, a franchise high in the game on Tuesday. They could use a hit here with 2 out. 2-1 pitch is swung in and popped up left side of the infield. This should end the inning. Caden Grenier, the shortstop, dropping back in a short left field, about 5 feet back in the outfield shot. He reels it in to retire Melendez, and the Goats are gone in the first. In the inning, no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. And after 1 full inning, no score between the Yard Goats and the Baysox. On News Radio 1410 WPOP. Yard Goats baseball from downtown Hartford tonight, and presented by Lenses Only at Lenses Only Optical, changing the way people buy glasses. Get new lenses installed in your existing frames for half the cost of other retailers. Plus, we'll install the lenses while you wait, so you never will be without your glasses. Lenses Only, where lenses are always on sale. Off to the second we go. 0-0 through 1. 11 pitches by Velke Peralta last inning. And back to pitch is Garrett Schilling. He threw 12 in his first inning. J.C. Escara is in, and lefty hitting DH. Takes the first one for strike 1. We'll get you up to date and everything going on out of town. The out-of-town scoreboard presented by Budweiser. Schilling 6'2", 185 from Clawson, Michigan. The pitch is swung out, rattled foul into his own dugout at first. 0-2. Busy day in the Double-A Northeast, as you may imagine, on a Thursday. Top of the 4th inning, Bowie leads Harrisburg 1-0. Portland leads Harrisburg, I should say, 1-0. The Sea Dogs 2.5 games behind Somerset of the Northeast Division. The next one missing in the count, 1-2 Escara. Binghamton has a 4-1 lead at New Hampshire, top of 3, as the Rumble Ponies look for 3 straight wins. Pitch is swung on, and that's hit towards center. Fits hit well. Melendez on his horse, heading back. He's there, and he makes the catch. And Escara is gone. He is out, number 1. Good run and grab by Manny Melendez, who tracks them down nicely. Altoona leading Richmond 2-1 on the road, bottom of 3 down at the Diamond. Altoona looking to stretch the win streak to 3 in a row. The Curve 16-9. This Hudgens is the Baysox catcher as he is in right side of the pitch home. Fastball is in for a strike on the outer edge, 0-1. Erie, Akron have not started yet. That might be a delay. The pitch is, well, it's obviously a delay. It's hit foul first base side. That was supposed to be a 6:35 first pitch. No report on that game. Schilling ready. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Hudgens gone on strikes. Schilling tied him up inside with a high fastball. For a strikeout for Schilling in 2-way in the second inning. Baysox with a 19-5 record that tops in minor leagues, and they do bat .245 as a team, and that's not even a top 3 in the AA Northeast that ranks 4th in offense. The pitch in for a strike, but they have scored a ton of runs. Their 148 runs is number 1 in all of AA. 148 runs, a little bit more than a month. 34 home runs the Baysox have. That's tied for first in the AA Northeast. A shot on the third base side, back of the seats, foul. No balls and 2 strikes to Ryder. Schilling looking for a 1-2-3 second. Baysox looking for their first hit. Here's the pitch. It swung out and hit towards the middle, and it's going to be by the second baseman, Montez. So Schilling gets too much of the plate on an 0-2 pitch. How many times do we say that? And Johnny Reiser makes him pay with a 2-out single. Now Doran Turchin. Turchin is coming in with a .286 batting average. We haven't seen him yet. No homers and 3 runs batted in. Reading and Somerset, also no report on that game, so they've got to be in a delay. And the pitch to Turchin, and misses for a ball. So that's a look at games in the AA Northeast. Chuck to first base, diving back is Reiser. Next we'll check games in the majors. No score. Top half of the second inning, Baysox and Yard Goats. Another move to the bag, and Reiser back okay. Schilling ready. The 1-0 pitch dips low. The count 2 balls, no strikes. Goats trying to snap an 8-game home losing streak. They were swept in 6 last homestand against Somerset. And then dropped the first 2 games against the Orioles affiliate Bowie. And the 2-0 pitch. That's low. It's now 3-0 to Turchin. And the 8-hole hitter in Buck Britton's lineup. Baysox just the 4th opponent for Hartford. And again, we played more than a month now. And in just the first 24 games, Richmond, Portland, Somerset, the opponents. 3-0 pitch, and that's inside ball 4. So after giving up an 0-2 single to Johnny Reiser, Turchin walks on 4 pitches. Second walk given up by Schilling, and Baysox have runners at first and second base after Schilling made quick 2 outs to start this inning. Javier Guevara out to visit with him, and here comes Hayden Grenier. Grenier, .247 average, 3 homers and 12 runs batted in. Schilling with that glove against the top of the white uniform is set. Looks off to second. Roxon comes home. And the pitch, fastball in for strike 1. Guevara may have said, hey, listen, trust your stuff. Let's go after him. You're attacking with your fastball. And so far it's looked pretty good. He's got a strikeout. And he's got 2 out. Or sink that fastball and get a ground ball. The 0-1 pitch, that's inside, a changeup that time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Goats 7 wins, 19 losses in 4th place, but they're 11.5 games back in the Northeast Division, behind Somerset, Portland, and New Hampshire. Now he cranks home the 1-1 to Schilling. That's in for a strike. Slider that time at 85, and it's 1-2. .25-year-old right-hander again set. Looks off to second base. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul tip and out of the middle of the catcher, Javier Guevara. And he'll stay to ball and 2 strikes. Schilling making his 6th start. First versus Bowie and looking for his 2nd straight win. He bested Portland last time out. And 6 innings of 2-run ball with 4 strikeouts on Friday up at Hadlock. Hitter-friendly Hadlock Field. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Took something off it. Little spin action, and Grenier strikes out. 2nd strikeout of the inning for Schilling. And the Baysox strand 2. No runs, a hit, a walk, and 2 men left. And after an inning and a half, downtown Hartford, no score between the Yard Goats and the Baysox. On News Radio 1410 WPOP. Yard Goats baseball from Dunkin' Donuts Park tonight. And presented by Clemens Place. Clemens Place has a variety of apartments to suit your needs. It's the largest, most historic community in Hartford's West End. Centrally located to the excitement of downtown Hartford. Schedule a tour Visit them at ClemensPlaceApartments.com. Off to the home second we go. Matt McLaughlin, the DH, will start things for the Goats. He swings away and shoots a foul first base side, back of the seats for strike one. Now, we gave you the games in the Double-A Northeast. This inning, we will check the Major League scoreboard. Some day games today and Thursday. Travel day in the Bigs. Pitches outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tampa Bay beat the Yankees in New York 9-2 this afternoon. Pitches at foul at home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rockies an 11-6 winner against the Texas Rangers. Red Sox beat Houston on the road 5-1, and Atlanta a 5-1 win against Washington. Now the pitch is swung on and hit foul back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Games tonight, Pirates Marlins underway, 0-0 top of the second. Elieser Hernandez against former yard goat Tyler Anderson, now with the Bucks in Pittsburgh. 1-2 pitch and a curveball in there for a call, 3rd strike. So hopefully Peralta strikes out McLaughlin looking. That's his first strikeout. The other game underway, Diamondbacks Brewers in Milwaukee. 0, just about to start, actually. They're just about ready to throw the pitch. John Duplatente against Brett Anderson. Everything else later today is Jimmy Herron is in. Looks at strike 1. Now the pitch. That's a strike, a low strike at the bottom of the zone. Right around the knees, 0-2. White Sox Tigers, former Erie star Casey Mize against Lance Lynn in Chicago. Royals Twins at Kansas City. Jay Happ against Chris Bubich. The next one is outside of the count, 1-2. Cubs with a modest 3-game win streak. They'll try to widen their lead in the division. They're a game and a half up on the Cardinals. They play St. Louis again tonight. Vladimir Gutierrez against Adam Wainwright. Pitch swinging in the strike 3. So Herron gone quickly on strikes. Peralta with back-to-back Ks. He took a good hack but couldn't make contact. Seattle is at Los Angeles. The Angels tonight. Justice Sheffield against Griffin Canning. Giants now atop of the National League West, ahead of the Padres of the San Diego 4-game skid. Zach Davey against Anthony DeSclafani as the Giants host the Cubs tonight. Here's the catcher for the Goats, Javier Guevara. No score to here in the second. Yard Goats and Baysox. Pitch. That's up high for ball 1. First place Mets in action at 10 o'clock tonight. They'll play out on the West Coast against San Diego. Taijuan Walker against Yu Darvish. Pitch. Changeup is up high. The count goes to 2-1. That is your out-of-town scoreboard presented by Budweiser. Peralta's set of the pitch home. Slider's inside, and the count goes to 3-1. Pitch, and that misses high, ball 4. So Javier Guevara works the walk after back-to-back strikeouts. And the fastball missing real high to ball 4. Here's the pitch to Taylor Snyder, the shortstop, and he takes up high for ball 1. Peralta ready to pitch home, swing and a miss. He gets tied up inside with a high fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peralta tilts the body. Says yes to Hutchins. Now the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Snyder strikes out swinging. And the Goats are gone in the 3rd. Peralta actually, well, I guess they're calling it a ball. And Felke Peralta was halfway to his dugout. I don't understand. He swung at that pitch. Maybe they call, I really don't know. Wish I could tell you what happened there. Well, he obviously swung. He swung at the pitch. Maybe they had the count wrong. I'm not sure. But now it's 2-2. And here's the pitch. It swung out. A ground ball down to 3rd base, waiting for it at Store, and he's got it. He'll chuck it across in time to get Snyder. So the inning will end not on a strikeout, but a ground out. 1 man left, 2 complete. Off to the 3rd we go. No score between the Baysox and the Yard Goats. On News Radio 1410 WPOP. I'm trying to get some clarity for what happened last inning. It looks like a balk was actually called on Felke Peralta. That's why, because Guevara was awarded 2nd base, so that's why Snyder, the pitch he swung and missed on, was clearly a swing, but it didn't count because a balk on that pitch was called, so that pitch doesn't count. Snyder proceeded to bat with a man at 2nd base and ended up grounding to 3rd to end it. So off to the 3rd we go. Yard Goats baseball on radio. And we'll take a look at the injury report this inning presented by St. Francis Hospital. 3 Yard Goats on the shelf on the injured list. And that is outfielders Willie Abreu and Casey Golden and pitcher Tommy Doyle. Wish all 3 a speedy recovery. The Yard Goat injury report presented by St. Francis Hospital. So it's 2nd time through now. Terran Varver is in, and he looks at ball 1. He'll be joined by Fox 61's Jim Altman next inning. Always great seeing Jim at the games. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Goats trying to stop a 4-game slide. Baysox have won 6 in a row. Schilling on top of the mound. Barber climbs back in. Garrett with the glasses on. Eyeballs his backstop, Javier Guevara. Into the wine, and the 1-1 pitches. Hit foul, that back into the seat, so the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Garrett, a first-year yard goat. Just several first-year goats this season. Garrett career-wise, 18 wins, 17 losses, and a 4.58 earned run average. Pitches swung on, a loop foul, third base side, back in the seats, and it'll stay a ball and 2 strikes. Baysox had 2 base runners with 2 out. They've had runners on each of the first 2 innings against Schilling. So he has navigated through some traffic early on. The pitch is swung on. That's hit towards center, but right at Manny Melendez, who comes in a couple of steps and makes the catch. Bill the hat high and puts away Varver for out number 1. Yard Goats, home whites, white tops, white pants. Yard Goats in blue across the front, blue piping around the collar, down the front of the jersey. And the green numbers on the back, smaller version the front below the left chest. Baysox road grays with the black and the orange of the Orioles worked into the uni as Joey Ortiz stands in and looks at strike 1. Bowie not too far outside of Baltimore. They get a lot of rehabs there as Ortiz waits. Pitch. It's in for a strike on the inside half. No balls, 2 strikes. Infield backed up. We saw some crazy shifts in yesterday's game. The next one is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Montez at second plays a deep second base. Heels just about touching that outfield grass. That's as far as you're allowed to go this year at Double-A. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Garrett Schilling puts the fastball by Joey Ortiz. Picks up his 3rd strikeout. And 2-way in the 3rd inning. Now Adley Rutschman, who drew a walk back in the 1st inning. He swings and grounds one sharply and foul past first. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. That's up high in the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is swung on and popped up. Short right field. Singy coming in. He's there and he makes the catch, puts away Rutschman. And the side is retired. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. After 2.5 innings, no score between the Yard Goats and the Baysox. News Radio 1410 WPOP. Yard Goats set to bat inning number 3 in a 0-0 ball game. Baysox won the first 2 games. They came into town on Tuesday night, took down the Goats 7-2, and last night it was a well-pitched game between Grayson Rodriguez, the former #1 pick, and his Double-A debut. He went 5 innings, had 8 strikeouts, just allowed 1 run. And he got the best of Carl Kaufman, a second-round pick of the Rockies in 2019 out of Michigan. He went 4 innings and did not allow a single earned run. Gave up 2 runs in the game and was the tough luck loser in a 2-1 decision. Baysox got 2 runs after an error in the second, and that was it, a 2-1 final. So far, zeros for both sides. We start inning number 3. Todd Zinnigy, the former starter at Villanova, will lead things off. Here's the pitch, and he takes a fastball right around the knees for strike 1. Goats continuing their second homestand of the season. This game 3 of 6 against the Orioles affiliate, the Bowie Baysox. Belky Peralta set. The pitch is swung on, and that's hit out of Dunkin' Donuts Park out towards Main Street. And it's 0-2. Goats hitting .221 as a team. That is 10th best in the Eastern League. They're 95 runs, 10th best. I should say the Double-A Northeast, the next one up high. And it's 1-2, 19 home runs, 9th. And the Goats with 18 stolen bases, that's ranked tied for 4th. Comes the 1-2. That's low. And the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Peralta's 6'5", 195, 24 years old, into the wine. And the 2-2 pitch is low and inside of the count. Fills now 3-2. Goats would love to cash in first. Hartford scored the first run in yesterday's ball game. Hartford 6-5 when they score first. Pitch is swung out and bounced on a hop to short, fielded by Grenier. Toss across the diamond in time to get Zinnigy. And 1 away in the 3rd inning. Elias Montero swings and shoots a foul 3rd base side for strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch. It's a little bit low, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Cloudy skies above Dunkin' Donuts Park in a scoreless game in the 3rd inning. Pitch is swung on and hit back to the seats, foul. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is the 3rd of 12 this season against the Baysox for Hartford. They'll only play a home-and-home series. They'll visit Maryland in late July. The pitch, that's a little bit low. And the count will even off. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Montero. Two-two pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Montero strikes out. 3rd strikeout for Peralta. And 2 away in the 3rd inning. And Hartford's offense has really struggled. The Goats have been held to 2 or fewer runs in 5 of the last 7 games. Now, they did have a 10-run outburst, the season high Friday at Portland. And runs have been a premium for the Goats of late as Sean Bouchard stands in it. Gets out of the way of the inside fastball for ball 1. Peralta was at low A and high A in the Orioles chain in 2019. Now at double A for the first time. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Peralta set the 1-1 pitch, is swung out on a high fly ball hit towards right field. It's hit well. Turchin heading back now, comes in a couple of steps, and underneath that big second deck, he makes the catch. Bouchard is gone, and so is it Hartford in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. And after 3 complete, no score between the Yard Goats and Baysox. News Radio 1410 WPOP. Yard Goats baseball from Dunkin' Donuts Park in downtown Hartford. The Goats and the Baysox. This game number 3 of 6 this week between these two teams. That's the Rockies and Orioles affiliates. Locking horns. And, well, 3 inning total. Some Dunkin' Donuts Park looked like this. For Hartford, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. And the Goats have stranded 2 on base. And for the Bowie Baysox, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 men left. Top of the 4th we go. Garrett Schilling back to pitch. Patrick Dorian is in the box. And the first pitch of inning number 4, fastball in for strike 1. We are pleased to be joined by our great friend, Jim Altman from Fox 61. Multi-talented, Emmy Award-winning, terrific broadcaster as the pitch from Schilling misses high for ball. Jim, how are you, my friend? Great to see you.
Jules, how good is it to be here at Dunkin' Donuts Park after last year? We're all out here again.
Isn't it fun? Yeah, I mean, kind of a feeling of what it was like in the past, right?
This is how it should be, and it's just great to be back at Dunkin' Donuts Park. You know, we were here for year 1 when it all began, and then, of course, we had some awesome years. And
pitch is swung on, and that's it towards left field. Here and headed back to the track, back towards the wall, runs out of room, and it's going to sail out of here. Wow. And Harrion smashes into the fence out in left field. It's going to be a solo home run by Patrick Dorian. And Jimmy Harrion shaken up on the play in left field as he hit that padding awfully hard.
And that ball just probably cleared by 6 inches, Jules.
She nearly got it. He made an excellent effort trying to bring that one back. Dorian with his 8th home run of the season. And they'll take a look at Jimmy Harrion, the Goats left fielder. So, Jim, it's great seeing you at the ballpark. I know you're a big fan of us. We're a huge fan of you. And
I'm like the CEO of the Jeff Dooley fan club, actually.
I don't know about that. I don't know there's a fan club
There's
for
a
Jeff
treasurer.
Dooley.
There's a vice president.
Right. But let's talk about some stories that you're pumping up soon because, you know, you do everything. I mean, you do the sports thing. You do the news thing. Your features are phenomenal. And tell us what we can expect. I know you've got some pretty cool stuff rolling out this week, and then we'll talk about some other ones you've done.
Yeah, we have we've got a series piece coming up on Monday. Series meaning that we put special care. There's more bells and whistles. Is a story, Bristol-based company that makes robotic technology. They program robots, and these robots are now in our Connecticut classrooms.
Looks like Jimmy Herring, and again, he's looked at by Kelsey Brensetter, the Red Goats trainer, and he's walking off, and he may have hurt his wrist. I think he's going to come out of the game.
No, he's coming out of the game. I mean, he hit that wall head on, and there's not a lot to brace you there.
He made a great effort, and Goats will need a new left fielder. Denorfia walking in with him as well. So continue, Jim, a story out of Bristol.
So this is a robotics company, and they program robots to help autistic kids in the classroom duels.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
And this is all sort of Connecticut-based, so you wouldn't think that in this old Victorian mansion in Bristol they're making these high-tech robotics. Yeah, that's his wrist.
Kelsey's walking him towards the dugout. He'll go into the training room. Nice applause for Jimmy Herring, who made a great effort on the home run hit by Patrick Dorian that just about got out of Dunkin' Donuts Park and left. And yeah, he's really watching that right wrist. Matt Hearn will come in and play left field.
Here it comes again,
Hearn.
Jules.
Yeah, we'll take a look again. Yeah, it looked like that wrist. I mean, he hit, the whole body hit the sign, but
yeah, the wind knocked out of him, and the wrist took the impact there.
Yep. So Matt Hearn will get a chance to just warm up briefly and throw the ball around. He's coming off the bench cold, so they'll let him get his arm right. And Jim, when will this story air now? This is coming up this week?
Yeah,
this
you'll
series?
start seeing the promos for it. It should run Monday morning and Monday evening. They play my stories, fortunately, a bunch.
I love it.
So
and if you miss it, you can see it online, too. Not that we want to miss it, but...
No, you don't want to miss it. But, yeah, we have 10 and a half hours of news a day, so they play our stuff a lot, which is good. And this is a very uplifting story of technology helping kids. And the government of the Connecticut legislature, they're hoping to pass bills that would provide more of this technology in our schools, because kids can interact, especially autistic kids, can interact with robots, they found, in a very positive way. I wonder what this
Buck Britton
conversation's going on here.
He is talking to, and it's a pretty heated argument with all three umpires, Steve Hodgins, Taylor Payne, and Dan Ponzek. I'm not sure what this is about.
Well, there's nobody on base now, because you would think that, did they call that a ground rule double? No. Right?
I mean, he cleared the bases. I thought it was a
about
home run. He ran
Jules.
around the bases.
Looked like it looked like a home run to us.
And Buck Britton is not happy.
We're getting to how heated is this going to get, Jules?
Yeah, he's not going to be around much longer.
Nope. He's got a... Yeah, here we go.
There he goes. He's just been ejected from the game. So they must have overturned the home run, and there goes the manager. I'm guessing that's what had to happen.
Yep. This is some Earl Weaver stuff going on here.
Yeah, that's right. Earl Weaver, the former Orioles manager.
Absolutely. I grew up on that.
That's right. His ejections were great. He just tossed the helmet. Yeah, they're going to say it was a ground rule double.
Yeah,
good call, Jim. It had to be. Why? Because he was pretty fired up.
They said that ball hit the top of the wall, and that it can only be right.
Yeah, I
Because
mean, absolutely.
let's see that. Let's see the home run again, or the nullified home run. Or here we go. So there,
Buck Britton is not happy.
it had to be duels, right? So the ball. That's a great shot right there.
That is a double, though.
Right.
That's a, yeah, that hit.
So when I saw it, I said, well, that must have cleared by 6 inches. It didn't. It caromed off the top of the wall and then into the
then went
stands.
over.
Wait, Buck is $1 short, Duels, on this argument. Let's just.
So it'll be a ground rule double.
We have a tie ball game.
Still 0-0. Boy, what an inning you picked to jump on, Jim.
That's what I'm here for, right?
That's right. J.C. Escara will bat with a man at second base. It is a two-base hit. Matt Hearn, the new left fielder. Well, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Yard Goats Baseball. Escara lines one into center field and a base hit. Dorian rounds third, heads home, so one pitch later, the Baysox have the lead. RBI single for a J.C. Escara, and it's 1-0 Bowie. Jeff Dooley along with Fox 61's Jim Altman joining us in the broadcast booth. Kurt Kaplan back in our network studios in downtown Hartford. And good to have you with us for Yard Goats Baseball on radio as well as MILB television. And great to see your son Spencer here. Yes. Congratulations, graduate of Syracuse.
Yeah, it's been exciting. We have it in the family, so that was
That's
a good
right.
thing.
The orange runs in the blood, right? Chris Hodgins is the batter. He stands in and takes the breaking pitch a little bit low for ball one.
Exciting time up at the Carrier Dome. They opened up graduation this year so parents could actually go.
I was going to
see.
ask you now, did they limit it or could you get as many tickets as you needed at the Carrier Dome?
2 guests per graduate.
So you guys got to go up. That's
awesome. 2 of us got to go, and they spaced everybody out. Carrier Dome's cavernous, as we all know, so that was good. And then all the speakers came via the Jumbotron, including the President of the United States, who's a big Syracuse fan.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And graduated from law school. So he addressed all the fans there, or all the students
All the students,
there.
yeah, absolutely.
And that was very nice. It was just, again, it's just nice to get back to one word, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think last Saturday night the last Saturday the Goats were home, the place was sold out. It was like the feeling from 2019 again. People just out having a great time and saying, just so happy to be back. The pitch is swung on. That's line to left at a base hit. Escara goes down to second base as Hutchins has a single, and runners at first and second base. Now still nobody out after leadoff double, and controversial double. Dorian thought it was a home run and was ruled a two-base hit, and much of dismay of manager Buck Britton, who was ejected after a long argument. Baysox cashed in regardless, though, as they got the run home on the next pitch. Escara singling and tying and making it a 1-0 lead. Johnny Reiser, singled his last time in the second inning. As he stands in, runners at first and second. Sorry, Jim.
Yeah, these guys are loaded this year, right? The Baysox.
Yeah, they are absolutely loaded. They've got 4 of the top 10, judged by MLB.com, on their roster in the whole Orioles system. Pitcher swung on and popped foul first base side. Reiser upset when the smell smashes the bat over to get at the first base in Bouchard. In enemy territory by the Baysox dugout, he makes the catch, and Reiser ends up fouling out for out number 1. So I know we talked off air earlier, Jim. You did a really emotional story about a little girl that has spent most of her life in a hospital and was recently released, going home for the first time. Talk about that, because I mean that's something that I just thought was put together so great, and I mean someone that obviously everyone's rooting for.
Yeah, Jules, we do a lot of work with the Hospital for Special Care in New Britain, your former stomping ground.
Yeah. It's a great place. It really is. Dorian Turchin swings and shoots a foul third base side. Strike one.
They had contacted me and my photographer, Sean McKeever, who is wonderfully talented, and told us about a 14-year-old who'd been living in the hospital her entire life. She's afflicted with a syndrome that has her in a wheelchair with respiratory problems. Take a look at this pitch here.
Schilling tilts the body. Albia Guevara shows him the target. Now the 0-1. Swung on a ground ball down to third. Montero has it. Step on the third.
First and second, 2 outs.
Yeah. Continue, my friend.
So her name's Sadea, 14 years old, and Sadea has never lived outside of the hospital walls. She has never had a room of her own. She's never lived in a house. And they got her strong enough, the therapy, the doctors, the nurses, the respiratory therapists at the hospital, and they said you can go home. So it was like a parade. When
I
she
saw
left,
the story. It was
when she
unbelievable.
left the hospital, and we got to follow her and let her see her new home, her new room. And
Kane Grenier stands in. The former star at Oregon State looks at strike one.
You do your job to watch the magic on the field here, and we do our job to see human drama unfold.
It's
like
unbelievable.
That. And that's
Do you
for
sometimes
us.
get caught up emotionally, Jim, with that? Because obviously you're a pro and you do a great job, but I mean, how can you not, right? I mean, this is a human, and
Yeah,
this is a kid.
Yeah. Look, if you're not emotionally involved in something like this, you're not doing your job.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
At the same time, you're thinking about 20 different things as you are right now.
Sure.
Oh, do we let Jimmy talk right now? Oh, we're going to watch this pitch. Oh, he just fouled it off. Oh, that wasn't a home run. That was a double.
Jim's giving you the little peek behind the curtain here. What goes on in the booth?
There's a million things going on in our television minds.
Pitch is swung on, and that's
foul.
lined down the right field line. Foul out by the Hartford Terrace out there in right field. A souvenir for a fan. It's 1-2.
You're multitasking all the time. We both are. But in a story like that, you do step back for a second and say, my gosh, how special is this? And there's pressure on you because you want to tell it the best way you can. You owe that to the family and all the people who have basically taken their stewardship and brought Sadea to this point, which they did.
Is it difficult now overstepping some maybe boundaries with the family? How do you sometimes manage that? You obviously want to tell the story, but I'm sure there's some things you try to work around as well.
I think the family felt comfortable with us, with Sean and I, and they had known our work, and they...
It's got to help, Jim, right?
Yeah, that helped. And they welcomed us.
Pitch is swung on. That's drilled towards right. Zinnicki going back to play this off the fence. Scoring into play is Escara. Hudgens stops at third base as the ball gets away. And there's a wall-scraping single for Grenier. And the Baysox had a run and have a 2-0 lead.
And they're lucky that runner at third didn't advance because that ball got by.
It sure did. Hit off the top of the padding out in right field.
They're hitting the ball, the Baysox.
Yep.
They are getting around on it this inning.
They got a good team, and
every time I come in here, we always see some sort of offense.
Yeah, you're right. Seen a lot. You were here. There was like 8 runs scored one night. I remember in that inning.
I think that was for the Argos.
I think it was. Yeah. We should have had you.
It's nice to be back, though, sitting in Dan's seat. I feel honored. But anytime you're out at the ballpark here, it's a good day. You just appreciate it so much more in 2021.
Yeah, I said that after what happened last year. I said, you know what, I'll never complain about a 15-inning game or a rain delay again, until we had our first one a couple weeks ago, and I was complaining.
People stayed home tonight, but the rain's held out.
It has. There's a fly ball
pop.
down the right field
long
line.
Run.
You
Long
think you're
run.
going to get there? Second baseman. Montes back there towards the line. He makes the catch. Jim, I know you've got family and friends here today. Appreciate you joining us as always. Hey, let's do it again sometime, partner.
It was always a pleasure. Go Goats.
The talented Jim Altman from Fox 61. Make sure you watch that story coming up. That'll be the news this week. We go to the bottom of the fourth. That's right. Bottom of the fourth, 2-0 Baysox on News Radio 1410 WPOP.
can say it, but we prove it. NBC Connecticut is the only station certified most accurate in Connecticut.
Most accurate when it rains, most accurate when it pours, and oh yeah, most accurate when it matters most, during severe weather.
So turn to the only station with first alert weather.
And the team that's been connecting you to the most accurate forecast year after year after year.
First Alert Weather on NBC Connecticut, the only station certified most accurate, always connecting you.
We believe in the power of people to do what it takes, to stand strong, to meet challenges head on. At Connecticut, we help our members do just that. We're here when they need an ally, clearing paths so they can see their doctors or get their medicine safely at home. And since Connecticut is our home too, we see the power in its people every day. Connecticut, powered by people for a healthier you.
And these two teams battling with Bowie on top 2-0 now. Kind of the bottom half of the second inning. Hopefully Peralta back to pitch. 1-0, 4 games, 2 starts, and a 1.93 earned run average. And now that's how he pitches with the lead. There's the pitch, and first one is a breaking pitch at 79 in for strike one. Chris Hudgens, the catcher behind the plate, shows him the target. And the pitch home. The curveball is inside. The count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Baysox 19-5. That's the best record in the league. They've got a 6-game winning streak on the line tonight. Pitch is swung out and hit foul at home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Last night, Bowie won a pitcher's duel 2-1. Orioles affiliate getting 2 unearned runs and an error in the second inning. And Cruz behind starter Grayson Rodriguez and reliever Kevin Smith. Pitch. That's in there for a call. 3rd strike. 4 strikeouts for Peralta as Montez strikes out. He goes down swinging. 1 away in the 4th inning. Yard Goats had won 3 straight, May 14th through the 16th. But they've lost 11 of their last 13 sets, including 8 straight here at Dunkin' Donuts Park. There's the center fielder, Manny Melendez. There's the pitch home. And Melendez takes high for ball 1. Next one is up high in the count. 2 balls, no strikes to the Goats center fielder who spent all of the 2019 season in Hartford. Next one, a check swing appeal to third base. And Ben Ponzak says no. It's 3-0. There's the pitch. And that misses ball 4. So after retiring 5 in a row, Peralta walks Melendez. There's his 2nd free pass. And now the DH, Matt McLaughlin. McLaughlin struck out looking in the 2nd. How about the Baysox? After losing back-to-back games May 7th and 8th, they have not lost consecutive games since. And including that stretch, a pair of 6-game win streaks. This team has a good offense and has good pitching. Pitch is swung out and grounded by the shortstop Grenier. Out of left field for a hit. So Matt McLaughlin picks up the GOAT's second hit. And 2 on with 1 away. Now Jimmy Herron stands in. Pitch is fouled off at home plate for strike 1. Pitch, swing and a miss. In the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Long look in. Peralta looks to second, now the pitch home, and time called the very last second. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Jimmy Herron goes down on strikes. 5 strikeouts for Peralta, and 2 away in the 4th inning. Pitch of the runner going is a ball to throw down at third base, not in time. Pitcher Afi Peralta thought he got him. Manny Melendez stealing third base on the swing and the miss. I'll tell you what, I thought they might have gotten him at third base. Runners at the corners with 2 men out. And the pitch is swung out as a drive hit towards center field. Varva to his left. Tarrant is there, and he makes the catch. He tucks it away. The final out, Javier Guerrera gone to end the inning. In the frame, no runs, hit, a walk, and 2 men left. And after 4 to complete, Bowie 2, Hartford nothing. And News Radio 1410 WPOP. Well, we begin play in the top half of the 5th inning. 2-0 the score, the Baysox and the Yard Goats. On MLB TV, I'm going to show that controversial double. Johnny Hero went back and got injured on the play. As ball hit underneath the yellow, but then went over the wall. I'll tell you, I've never seen that before. Never seen it take that bounce underneath and then end up in the pen. Interesting. Clearly below the marker there, but then it goes into the pen. So off to the 5th we go. You know what it hit? It actually hit the cement atop of the padding, and that's why it popped into the air into the pen. And you just have to hit it. You could probably have a million balls do that again, and it wouldn't end up in the bullpen. And Joe Ortiz, the second baseman, is in. He takes a strike, 0-1. Schilling working here in the 5th. Ortiz, Rutschman, and Dorian, the hitter. The next one is in for a strike. It's 1-2. Tim Restall here, Yard Goats president. What's up, partner?
Mr. Dooley, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Doing awesome. Awesome.
Pitch. Changeup missing high in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So, Jeff, we talked about the other Dooley that's involved in baseball recently.
We have not.
We have not? Well, we're definitely going to have to give some plugs to this.
There's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Joey Ortiz gone on strikes to start the 5th inning. Yeah, the Hall High Warriors got a big win the other day, knocking off one of the top teams in the state, West Haven. Joe Dooley, part of that mix.
I think there was a pitcher with the same name as you that threw a couple pitches that day and complete game, if I remember reading correctly.
Yeah, he got a complete game. They won 5-1, a total team effort. I mean, they all played great, but yeah, I was proud of him. He worked his tail off in that one, 109 pitches, and got the win. It's really cool, though, to have a team obviously up the street from Dunkin' Donuts Park at Hall High School playing a chance to go to the state Final Four. They'll play Saturday as Ashley Rutschman takes a pitch in for a strike. It's 0-2.
Yeah, especially after losing all the end of winter sports last year for high school and then all spring sports.
Yeah, well, with your kids too.
Exactly.
I mean, Tim losing the last year, the high school, well, not the whole season, but the playoffs for sure, as Rutschman strikes out. And that's the second strikeout this inning for Schilling. And it get the guys back in such a strange world, right? You start the season and the kids all had masks on, and now they're playing without the masks.
Well, I think about where we were last year, and having baseball canceled, and our players, what they had to do to, keep active and keep developing.
Patrick Dorian swings and sends a foul back to the screen, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike.
Jeff, this is interesting to see. One of the things that if you haven't been to a Yard Goats or minor league baseball team, the players are getting the balls and the bats, which is
you don't see that ever.
No, you don't. You don't often see that. So I literally just saw one of the Bowie Baysox players run over because he's the on deck batter, and if you know anything in Little League, that's what you do. On deck batter runs against the ball. So
and if you're on the bench, you better go get the foul down the line too,
exactly.
Right? That's the way it is. I mean, it's reverting back to Little League now. How great is it, though, to have baseball here? And so many people, Tim, told me it was a sense of some normalcy the last weekend. The place packed, pitches swung and grounded, and a diving play by Bouchard. Gets to his feet, flips to Dorian to end the inning. Nicely done. But how great to have people in the ballpark and the Goats playing again.
Listen to that crowd. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
In the 5th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Halfway home at Dunkin' Donuts Park, it's Bowie 2 and Hartford nothing. On News Radio 1410 WPOP. Yard Goats back home tomorrow night against the Bowie Baysox. Always a fun Friday at Dunkin' Donuts Park. Game time at 7:05, and tickets still left. Visit the website, yardgoatsbaseball.com. Game time 6:05 on Saturday and 1:05 on Sunday. Tickets available for all remaining home games this homestand. And I tell you what, you better come out because you don't catch the Goats this week. You're going to have to wait for a while because Hartford is on the road the next couple of weeks and won't be back till later in the month. So best to come see them play now. They'll be back on the 22nd against Richmond.
But, Jeff, there will be other things going on in Dunkin' Donuts Park during that time.
There's always something going on. That's what I was going to ask you. This inning is Snyder swings and lines one in left center field for a base hit. Taylor Snyder starts the 5th inning with a solid rocket to center. Talk about, utilizing the most. And you always said, this is more than just baseball. But I looked out last week, and there was a graduation going on here. And I tell you what, it was unbelievable. It was up on the video board, just watching people have a good time. And let's be honest, for some of the little kids, a college, a high school graduation could be boring. I mean, the kids were having a blast just kind of playing in the concourse.
Oh, my God, absolutely, yeah. And, they were grabbing their diploma at home plate, and it was very cool. They were on the Jumbotron. It was awesome, and I think we had 2 colleges last week, and I think in the next couple of weeks we have 20 different high schools.
Wow. Here's Todd Zinnigy, swings and misses the first one, strike one.
Yep, so, it's a great opportunity for, especially, have a graduation, be outside, have great seating, have a great video board, great seats, all the facilities of the ballpark, and be able to, use it to, celebrate kids' graduation.
Absolutely. And how about getting a bite to eat, too? I mean, you can never get a bite to eat at graduation.
Yeah.
You had concession stands open.
Yeah, the nice thing is that these are hundreds and hundreds of kids, which bring fans, bringing families in, and they're going to go out to restaurants in downtown Hartford. So it's great. It's great for everybody, and it's just another way to use Dunkin' Donuts Park for more than baseball.
Rafi Peralta, the pitcher on the mound with Snyder at first base. The pitch is swung on a ground ball, hit out to short, fielded by Grenier to second for one. On to first, they turn it. So Todd Zinnigy hits him the 6-4-3 twin killing, just like that. Base is empty and 2 away. I guess it works well, Tim, with the scheduling, with the Goats being on the road for 2 weeks. Does that help booking a lot of that stuff?
Absolutely, especially in the graduation time frame. So it works out very well. So it's, a lot of schools were able to move around the graduation. Sometimes we have 4 in a day. We'll start at 8 a.m. and we'll go to 8 p.m. And then, we have other events going on as well in our YG club. We have some corporate hospitality. We got, a trade show coming up. So there's a lot of things going on in the ballpark besides baseball.
Elias Montero batting. He takes strike one. Next one is a little bit low. The count 1 ball, 1 strike. Montero 0 for 2 today, including a strikeout. Baysox lead the Yard Goats 2-0. Hartford batting the home side of the 5th inning. There's the pitch and change up a little bit low. And 2 balls and a strike. Today's attendance 3,746. He's gathering on this Thursday night, especially with cloudy skies and a chance of rain.
I know, Mother Nature. The forecast sometimes scares people away, even though we're in the 5th inning.
Pitch is swung on, popped up back of second. Joey Ortiz is there. He's underneath, and he makes the catch, puts away Montero to end the inning. Tim, always great seeing you at the ballpark.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for having me on,
Absolutely.
Jeff.
Goats done in the 5th. We head to the 6th. It's 2-0 Baysox on News Radio 1410 WPOP. Garrett Schilling back to pitch as we move along to the 6th inning. The Goats and Baysox battling. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Bowie. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for Hartford. Fans, the Yard Goats Kids Club, presented by Chet 529, free for kids 14 and under. It includes fun-free perks, special access to Dunkin' Donuts Park giveaways, and weekly newsletter just for you. Real easy to sign up at the website yardgoatsbaseball.com. Or next time at the ballpark, stop by the NBC Connecticut and Telemundo Guest Services booth and sign up for your personalized kids club. The Chet 529 Yard Goats Kids Club. First one of the 6th from Garrett Schilling. He's thrown now 74 pitches. JT Escara in, and he looks at strike 1. Pitch is a little bit low, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch is swung on and line towards left field, but foul. Long look in. Now the 2-2 pitch. That's up high in the count. Phil's 3-2. This one missing ball 4, so Escar works the walk to get things going here in the 6th inning. Chris Hudgens, 1 for 2, singled and scored in the 4th inning. Pitch is fouled off first base side for strike 1. Here's the pitch to Hudgens, swing and a miss, and the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is swung on, ground ball to shortstop. Snyder has it a second for 1 on to first. They turn it. So Hodgins hits in the 6-4-3 double play. Just like that, base is clear in 2-way. There's the pitch. That's in for a strike to Johnny Reiser. Schilling ready. Ready with a 2-strike offering. Here's the pitch. Way up high in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. These two teams again tomorrow night at 7:05. Pitch, that's up high in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. I should say 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's Will Gaddis against Mike Barman tomorrow. Now the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball hit foul first base side. Now 2-2 pitch, just misses outside of the count. Phil's 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch, win a ground ball hit hard and foul past first, and it'll stay 3 balls, 2 strikes. Baysox got 2 runs in the 4th inning after a controversial ground rule double. Jimmy Herron went back, smashed into the wall, and left the game injured. Wish him the best. And the initial home run changed. Well, I don't even know if it was actually changed, if it was signaled a home run at first, as Reiser hits one towards left center field. Hernan Melendez come together. Manny Melendez out left center makes the catch. Regardless, it was a double. But their very next pitch, J.C. Escar knocked him home with a single, and then Baysox added run for a 2-0 lead. Reiser, though, flies out to end the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bowie 2, Hartford nothing. In News Radio 1410 WPOP. A new pitcher on is Cody Sedlock, who comes in for the Baysox. Goats set to bat here in the 6th inning. Nice job by Ulfke Peralta, who pitches the first 5 innings of the game. 5 scoreless, in fact. Permits just 3 hits, no runs, walked 2. and struck out 5, departs with his team on top 2-0, so he can only get the win. He can't get the loss. If the Goats are to come back. Sedlock, 6'3", 220 from Sherrod, Illinois. And he's another right-hander to face the Goats. First one is Sean Bouchard, is a little bit high for ball 1. Next one is in for a strike, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch is swung on. That's hit towards right field. Turchin heads back. It's going to go off the fence, and good strong throw into second base. So Bouchard with a single. Sedlock greeted with a leadoff single. Goats pick up their 4th hit. Sedlock, 4 games, no wins, no losses, a 5.25 earned run average, 7 runs in 12 innings with 10 walks and 12 strikeouts. Coco Montes 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. And the pitch is swung on, and that's hit towards left, but right at Johnny Reiser. Barely has to move. Comes in a step, and he makes the catch. Puts away Montes. Route number 1. Center fielder Manny Melendez, 0 for 1. He popped to short back in the 1st inning. Sedlock sets, and the pitch home. Fastball a little bit outside for ball 1. Next one is up high in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Chuck to first base, Bouchard back okay. On the pitch home, swing and a miss. And the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Chuck to first base, and Bouchard back okay. Norfia going through some signs in that third base coaching box. Sedlock ready, the 1-1 pitch. That's upstairs, and the count goes to 2-1. Long look in by Cody Sedlock. Peeks over his left shoulder. Checks Bouchard at first base. 2-0 Baysox. The pitch Foul back to the screen behind the plate, and do this again at 2 balls and no strikes. Now the 3-2 pitch of the runner going is low ball 4. So Manny Melendez works the walk. Pitch, Matt McLaughlin takes high for ball 1. Sedlock tilts the body. McLaughlin windmills the bat, now cocks it behind the right ear as he awaits. Sedlock again set, the pitch home, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 pitch, and the curveball is in for a strike, and it's 1-2. Sedlock holds the bat on an angle as he waits. 1-2 pitch is swung on. That's rifled down the right field line. Foul off the sidewall. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sedlock tilts the body. Chris Hutchins again ready. Now the 1-2 pitch is fouled back to the screen behind the plate. The count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Long look in by Sedlock. Goats could use a 1-out hit here in the 6th inning. See if they can push someone across. Goats lost a 2-1 game last night. They're down 2-0 in the 6th inning here tonight. Right-hander set of the pitch home is swung on and rattled foul third base side. Kristen Orphy makes the play in the third base coaching box. Well, just outside of that coaching box now. Do any managers, coaches stand in coaching boxes anymore? I don't think so. Melendez at first base. Bouchard leads at second. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So McLaughlin strikes out swinging. And 2 away in the 6th inning. Jimmy Heron is the batter. Matt Hurt, I should say. Came in for Jimmy Heron, who left the game injured. Hearn swings and he grounds one down to third, fielded by Dorina. Go across the diamond in time to get the Goats outfielder to end the inning. So the Goats ran 2-0 across, and after a 6 complete, Bowie 2, Hartford nothing. In News Radio 1410 WPOP. Got Goats baseball from Dunkin' Donuts Park in downtown Hartford. The Goats and the Bowie Baysox in Game 3 of 6 this week between these two teams. Back to pitch for the Goats. Nate Harris, the new arm in. Going Churchin. Start things in the 7th inning for the Baysox. Schilling does a nice job in 6 innings. Allows just the 2 runs on 5 hits. Ended up walking 3. 5 strikeouts, and now it's Nate Harris that takes over. So Harris becomes the second pitcher used by manager Chris Denorfia. Harris this season, 4 appearances, no wins, no losses. He has allowed 13 runs in 9 innings with 4 walks and 11 strikeouts. And he'll face 8, 9, and 1 here in the 7th inning. Goats in the short end of the count, 2-0. Baysox with 4 of the top 10 prospects in the entire Orioles organization. But I'll tell you what, they've wreaked havoc on the league. They're a 19-5 mark on the season. That is the best record in minor league baseball. There's the pitch, and Harris deals a strike, 0-1. 2 runs, 5 hits to the Baysox, no runs, 4 hits for the Goats. Hartford stranded a pair last inning. Infield is playing the hitter to pull way off the line at first base. It's Bouchard. Pitch. That's a little bit low. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. So this one will be up to the bullpens, as it was last night, and the Baysox squeaking by with a 2-1 win. There's deals. There's a swing and a miss, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. This game 3 of 6 against the Baysox. Hartford 7-19 and looking to try to turn things around. Harris ready. Now it cranks home the 1-2. Swung out at a high pop-up down the right field line. Zinnigy angling towards the line. He slides. It's the second baseman, Montes, that makes the catch while backpedaling. The two collide, but no harm done as everyone is okay. And one away in the 7th inning. Harris, a first-year yard goat. You haven't seen him before. Rockies 21st round pick, 2017 out of Louisiana Tech. Lancaster, all of the 2019 season, 4-6, 41 appearances, a 4.83 earned run average. Caden Grenier, who was a teammate of Adley Rutschman at Oregon State, he tries to bunt his way aboard and taps a foul third base side, strike one. Tomorrow night, 7:05. Friday night's always fun here at Dunkin' Donuts Park. A lot happening at the ballpark. Will Gaddis will pitch opposite Mike Ballman. And then the Saturday game at 6:05, and then a day game 1:05 on Sunday. And the Goats on the road for the next 2 weeks. And the 0-1 pitch, swinging a ground ball down the line, third base. It is by Montero. And out in the left field for extra bases. Grenier heading to second base where he chugs in standing with a double. And gets the ball back to third baseman Montero and a two-base hit for Caden Grenier. Now Terran Varver, who's got tremendous genes. His dad, Joe Varver, longtime coach of the Minnesota Twins organization. We saw him come to Connecticut a lot when this franchise was located in New Britain and affiliated with the Twins. Joe then went to the major leagues with the Twins and then went over with a Groton Gardenhire to the Detroit Tigers and was on the major league coaching staff the last several years. And now his son Terran, 2 steps away from Baltimore. He's a good hitter. He checks in with a .286 average. He's 0 for 3 today, and he swings away and flips a foul third base side, strike one. I was feeling old the other day when I saw Terran. I remember his dad was with us on a road trip, and he would call and check in with Terran, and he was just outside of Little League. Now he's a professional baseball player. He used to be with the Rockies organization and the South Atlantic League Player of the Year a couple of years ago. Next one is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bowie 2, Hartford nothing. Baysox, the Orioles affiliate, battling here in the 7th inning. Harris ready. Now the 1-1. Swinging a foul right at home plate. It's 1-2. If you're joining us late, the Baysox scored 2 runs in the 4th inning. Patrick Dorian hit a controversial ground rule double. Manager Buck Britton, after Jimmy Herron ran into the wall and left the game injured, he got ejected after a pretty good show. He was furious and thrown out by the crew chief, Taylor Payne. After arguing, they ruled it a ground rule double as the ball did go over the fence after it hit the netting below the yellow marker. The next one outside. I was saying earlier, I've never seen that before. There's some cement above where the padding is, and ball must have hit that cement and bounced over. Well, the very next play after Butt got ejected, J.C. Escara hit a single. The pitch is swung out, drilled towards deep right field. Zinnigy back to the track, up near the wall, and it's gone. Terran Varver continues to hit well as he hits a 2-run home run here in the 7th inning, and it's now 4-0 Bowie. 4th home run of the season for Varver, who is in Double-A for the first time. And that an upper deck job. Baysox added a run on a 2-out single by Caden Grenier to make it 2-0 in the 4th inning. Now suddenly it's a 4-0 game. Now second baseman Joey Ortiz is 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts in this one. He struck out in the 3rd inning, then struck out again in the 5th. There's the pitch, and changeup is outside for ball 1. Yard Goats won 3 straight, May 14th through the 16th, but they've dropped 11 of their last 13 since. And trailing late here tonight, pitch swing and a miss. Ortiz nearly lost his balance that time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Home run given up by Harris. His 4th home run allowed now in 10 innings. The pitch is swung on and popped foul. First base side, Bouchard angling towards foul territory. Now back at a fair play he goes, and he makes the catch while backpedaling. Straddling that line in short right field and on the grass, and Ortiz is gone for out number 2. Good play by Bouchard to stay with it. Now Adley Rutschman, who is one of the top prospects in all of minor league baseball, the #1 overall pick in the Major League Draft in 1990 and 2019. Here comes Kristen Orfie. He wants a new arm with Rutschman coming up. Pitching change presented by Trentolo and Trentolo. We'll take a break, come back, and tell you about the new Baysox pitcher next. News Radio 1410 WPOP.
Oh, I know.
Yard Goats baseball from Dunkin' Donuts Park. Jeff Dooley from Dunkin' Donuts Park. Kurt Kaplan back in our network studios. And good to have you with us as the Baysox bat here in the 7th inning. Well, with Adley Rutschman due up, it's the lefty Nick Kennedy that comes in. So Kennedy is in. Try and throw off balance of Adley Rutschman. Kennedy, 8 games, 9.00 earned run average. He's allowed 10 runs, 8 earned, and 9 hits in 8 innings, 5 walks and 8 strikeouts. So Adley Rutschman is on a bat now with the bases clear after a 2-run home run from Joe Varver. Rutschman, the #1 overall pick out of Oregon State, first overall pick in the 2019 draft. And he takes strike 1. It's only the second time that the Orioles have had the #1 overall pick. Back in 1989, they selected righty Ben McDonald out of LSU. McDonald now doing television for the Orioles. First catcher to the Orioles selected in the first round since Matt Wieters, who went 5th overall in 2007, and the first catcher to be #1 overall since former Rockcat Joe Mauer back in 2001. Kennedy gets the sign from Javier Guevara behind the plate. The 0-2 pitch is swung on. That's hit towards center, but right at Manny Melendez. He drops back a couple of steps. And he makes the catch to retire the side. Baysox add 2 in the strength of a 2-run home run from former Rocky farmhand Taryn Varver. Stretch time here at Dunkin' Donuts Park. We head to the bottom of the 7th, 4-0 Baysox on News Radio 1410 WPOP. Jeff Dooley from Dunkin' Donuts Park. Good to see Paul Nanos, former ESPN guru, at the ballpark here today, visiting the broadcast booth. Though he didn't bring the Goats much luck on the Terran Varver home run in the 7th inning. It's a 4-zip game. Crowd standing for the 7th inning stretch, and take me out to the ball game. 7th inning stretch is presented by Hartford Healthcare. As the catcher, Javier Guevara, who will lead things for the Goats here in the 7th inning. Sedlock deals. The pitch is swung on and popped up back of second base. Ortiz standing about 10 feet to the right of the second base sack. As there he makes the catch, and he puts away Guevara for out number 1. Pitch. It's fouled off right side for strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. That's up high, and the count goes to 2-1. Two balls, 2 strikes. Taylor Snyder batting in the 7th inning. Todd Zinnigy will be next. 4-zip. Baysox lead the Goats here in the 7th. Pitch. Curveball is a little bit low, and count fills now 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. That is low ball 4, so Taylor Snyder works the walk. Schilling pitched 6 innings for the Goats, allowed 2 runs on 5 hits, so by the definition, a quality start. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, left with his team behind 2-zip. Nate Harris gave up a 2-run home run in the 7th. It's now 4-0. Baysox pitching looks like this. Ofelky Peralta, 5 scoreless innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Peralta threw 67 pitches, 40 strikes. Schilling 93 pitches, 61 strikes. The pitch, that's up high. 2 balls, no strikes. And Sedlock came in the 6th inning, and he's trying to work through the Goats now with a 4-0 lead. Next one is in for a strike. It's 2-1. Todd Zinnigy, 0 for 2, a pair of groundouts. Pitch. Swinging a foul tip, and the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Down a fastball 94 from Sedlock. Sedlock 6'3", 220 out of Illinois. Pitch is swung on. That's hit towards center field. Vavra on the go. Angles back. He's there. He makes the catch. Vavra playing everywhere. He's listed as an infielder. We saw him in the infield the other day and outfield today. And not only in the outfield, but in center and tracking that one down nicely for the second out. So two-way now, and Elias Montero 0 for 3 with a strikeout. There's the pitch, and that's a little bit low for ball one. Pitch home, fastball in for a strike. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch. That is low, and the count goes to 2-1. Sedlock again ready. Now the 2-1 pitch is swung on, and a high fly ball in a short right field. Church in the right fielder comes underneath, and he makes the catch with that glove firmly on the left hand, puts away Montero to end the Goats' 7th. No runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 man left after 7 complete. We go to the 8th. Baysox 4, Yard Goats nothing. At News Radio 1410 WPOP. Yard Goats baseball back at Dunkin' Donuts Park tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, first pitch. The Goats and the Bowie Baysox. Patrick Dorian is the Baysox center fielder as he is in. Nick Kennedy back to pitch, and first one of the 8th inning is a fastball in for strike 1. If you're joining us late, Baysox with 2 in the 4th and a 2-run home run in the 7th lead Hartford by a 4-0 count. Goats running out of chances against the Baysox pen. There's 2 more shots at it. Pitch is swung on and stung foul third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch swing and a miss, strike 3. So Dorian strikes out. That's the first out of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. That is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch. Fastball in for a strike, and the count goes to 1-2. Next one just misses inside of the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is swung on. That's line to center field to the base hit. So Escara continues to hit. That's his second of the game and a 1-out base runner for the Baysox. Next one missing, and the count to Chris Hudgens. 1 ball, no strikes. Long look in. Now the pitch home is swung on a chop foul third base side. 1-2. Pitch of the runner going, swing and a miss. A throw down to second base with the runner going and no throw. So Hutchins strikes out swinging. Escara steals second. And a man in scoring position with 2 away in the 8th inning. Baysox leading 4-0. Reiser 1 for 3, single and an 0-2 pitch in the second inning. And then fouled out and flied out. Nick Kennedy set of the pitch home. That misses for ball 1 to Reiser. Nick Kennedy, 6'1", 200 pounds, out of Tampa. Bearded left-hander comes set. And the pitch home. Swing, and the bat goes flying towards the netting behind the plate. That's why I have the safety netting right. Down by where the Dadco suite is. Dugout suite. And packed tonight down there, as they usually are. Snap throw down at second base, and Ascar able to get back in time. Four runs and 8 hits for Bowie. No runs on 4 hits for Hartford. Kennedy steps off the rubber. Pitch. That is in for a strike, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a good start, though, by Garrett Schilling. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Riser strikes out. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Nick Kennedy. 1 man left, and we head to the bottom of the 8th inning from Dunkin' Donuts Park. It is Bowie 4, Hartford nothing. And he's Radio 1410 WPOP. There goes baseball from Dunkin' Donuts Park. Dunkin' Donuts Park up for the Ballpark Digest, Ballpark of the Year for the 3rd time. You can vote. Go to ballparkdigest.com. And how can you not vote for this beautiful ballpark setting in downtown Hartford? The skyline and beautiful city behind us, and the best fans in baseball, Yard Goat fans. All right, last of the 8th we go. Cody Sedlock back to pitch. He's been on since the 6th. Here's Sean Bouchard. So swings away the first one, misses strike 1. Hartford behind 4-zip. Next one is up high in the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. This one is up high in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 swing and a miss. And the count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bouchard 6'3", 215. 9th round pick. He's from San Diego. The pitch is swung on and caught foul behind the plate. There's Hudgens. Given a chance, and he makes the catch it on a gravel. Right behind home plate. He's making the most of it. Usually it's Adley Rutschman behind the plate. So I'm going to get that one looking up at the second deck. Bouchard is gone for out number 1. The second baseman, Coco Montes, 1 for 3. He singled back in the first inning. There's the pitch, and that is across for strike 1. Four runs on 8 hits for the Baysox. No runs, 4 hits for the Yard Goats. Pitch swung out on a high fly ball hit towards left center field. It's not hit too deep. Riser to his left is there. He makes the catch. Varver came over as well, but left fielder that brings it in, and the Goats gone for out number 2. Offense has really struggled for Hartford. They've been held to 2 or fewer runs in 5 of the last 7. Baysox trying to make that 6 of 8 as they have a 4-0 lead here in the 8th inning with 4 outs to go. There's Manny Melendez, who runs up to bunt and takes one low for ball 1. Pitch swing and a miss. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is swung on and hit foul first base side. It'll get back and out of play, and it's 1-2. Goes back tomorrow night as pitches hit foul. Third base side tomorrow night's Pride Night at Dunkin' Donuts Park. Fans to the gates receive a Pride wristband to show their support. Then on Saturday, Princess and Pirates Night. All the kids can wear your favorite Princess and Pirates costume to the game. Sunday, kids are on the bases after the game, courtesy of Hart Nissan and Hart Infinity. Pitch that's fouled off. One ball, 2 strikes. Cody Sedlock set for his 48th pitch. He did a nice job since coming out in the 6th inning. Pitch that is up high in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Goats with just 4 hits, 4 singles in the game tonight. Now the 2-2. And just misses inside of the count. Fills now 3-2. Sedlock 6'3", 220. Spent a little bit of time in 2019 at Bowie. The pitch, and this is low ball 4. So Melendez chucks the bat behind him and heads up the first baseline. Goats have more walks than hits. It's the 5th walk of the game. They have 4 singles tonight. 3rd walk administered by Cody Sedlock. Now Matt McLaughlin 1 for 3, singled back in the 4th inning. There's the pitch from McLaughlin, and that's taken high for ball 1. Right-hander set of the pitch home, and that's a little bit low on the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Sedlock ready with a 2-0 pitch. Here it comes. That's inside of the count is 3-0. Now the 3-0 pitch. Went down Main straight for a strike call. 3-1. Pitch that misses outside, ball 4. So McLaughlin works the walk. That's 4 walks now for Sedlock, and the Goats. We'll see if they could do some damage. Matt Hearn batting. Well, here comes pitching coach now. Justin Ramsey will go out. Pat Sedlock on the back. And they'll try to attack. Matt Hearn came in to replace Jimmy Herron, who left the game injured, crashing in the wall in that 4th inning. So Hearn is in left side, 2 on and 2 out. And the pitch from Sedlock, fastball 93, in for strike 1. Right-hander again set. And the pitch home, swing and a miss. And it's no balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander again set with an 0-2 pitch, and he cranks it home. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Hearn strikes out swinging, and that is that. Second strikeout for Sedlock, and the Goats leave 2 more in the 8th inning. They've left a small army on base tonight. We played 8, we head to the 9th. Bowie 4, Hartford nothing. In News Radio 1410 WPOP. Our Goats baseball from Dunkin' Donuts Park tonight. Well, the Goats are on the short side of the count. 4-0 is the score. Now the new pitcher on for the Goats is Johan Ibar. Ibar comes in for Nick Kennedy, who pitched the last inning in the third. Ibar face Doran Churchin, Kaden Grenier, and Taryn Varver in this ninth inning. Ibar, 1 win, 1 loss, a 4.63 earned run average. 11 and 2/3 innings. He has 12 strikeouts. Churchin will see him first. Doran is 0 for 2 with a walk. Stay with us after the game for the post-game show. Scores from Major League Baseball. Scores from the Eastern League and highlights from the AA Northeast, I should say, and highlights from this one. There's the pitch to Turchin, and he takes high ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch. That is a fastball in for a strike, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the pitch, that is a little bit low, and the count goes to 2-1. Pitch home is inside, and the count goes to 3-1 to Turchin. Now the 3-1 pitch in for a strike. Turchin thought it was ball 40. He's going to head up the first baseline. Pitch is swung on. That's lined into left center field for a base hit. Matt Hearn with a leadoff single here in the 9th inning. Pitch is swung on as Caden Grenier sends a foul first base side for strike 1. Pitch is swung on. There's a high drive blasted deep down the right field line. Sinigi heading back to the track. It's going to go off the fence. Turchin stopping at third base. To second base in the play is Grenier. Just missed a home run. He's got a double. So 2 in scoring position and nobody out to start this 9th inning as Baysox going to try to put this game away. So Ibar is going to have to do some pitching now. Second and third, 0 out. Ibar alert worked Tuesday against Bowie. Pitched an inning, allowed 2 hits and a run with a walk and no strikeouts. Lefty on lefty is Varver's in, and he takes the first one a little bit high for ball 1. This one is outside, and the count 2 balls, no strikes. Ibar, the blue sleeves underneath, the white top, blue hat. Left-hander again set. The infield comes in now. They try to keep this a 4-run deficit. So Barber looked to try to hit something at the middle, though that one misses, and it's now 3-0. Might not be the worst thing in the world to walk Varver, who homered earlier. Now the 3-0 pitch, in for a strike, 3-1. Now the 3-1 pitch is in for a strike, and the count fills 3-2. Ibar again sets. Cranks home the 3-2 pitch. In there for a call, 3rd strike. So Johan Ibar strikes out Terran Varver looking. That's a big out. Wow, is that coming a big time? And a fastball, kind of a borderline pitch around the knees. And for a strikeout for Ibar, it comes at a gigantic time for the Goats. On the second baseman, Joey Ortiz. Ortiz 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. There's the pitch. He swings, and it's a high drive deep down the left field line. Hooking foul. Home run distance, but to the well of the left of the chalk line. One strike to count to the second baseman. Next one a little bit low, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Johan Ibar again sets. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's a little bit low. The count goes to 2-1. Ibar for the Goats, Ortiz for the Baysox. 4 runs on 10 hits for Bowie. No runs, 4 hits for Hartford. Now the 2-1. Swinging a foul straight back to the screen. Fastball, a little extra, giddy up at 95, 2-2. Ibar tilts the body, says yes to Javier Guevara, the catcher behind the plate. Now the 2-2. Swung on a ground ball chopped towards the shortstop. Runner breaks to the plate. Snyder throws to the catcher, Guevara, and in a run down is Turchin. They'll run him back. Now they're going to throw it on to second base. It'll be a double play. Oh, wow. I thought they got him there. Crowd doesn't like the call. I thought he was out. They got... They got Turchin on the play, but it was not a double play. And on the play, Grenier goes from first to second base. Now Ibar gets a visit. Good play by Snyder to come home. 6-2-5 in the put out for Turchin. Ortiz goes to second base and a fielder's choice. Now Allie Rutschman, a chance to break this thing open with 2 in scoring position and 2 out. As the former #1 pick stands in. And again, he's been held in check this week. He has gotten just 1 hit. 0 for 3 tonight. He had a single last night. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. There's the pitch. That's a little bit low. The switch hitter will bat right side against the lefty throwing Johan Ibar. Ortiz at second base. Grenier leads off third. Ibar's 2-0 en route. Swung on, and that's hit towards center field, but right at Manny Melendez. Comes in a couple of steps, reaches up, and he makes the catch. Bill the head high, and the side is retired, so the Baysox threat goes by the boards as Bowie leaves 2. Last call, though, as we head to the bottom of the 9th. Hartford has some work to do. It's Bowie 4, Hartford nothing, and News Radio 1410 WPOP. Jeff Dooley with Kurt Kaplan back in Network Studios. Goats and Baysox battling, and last shot for the Goats to try to do something, and They need a rally. They're down by 4 runs. Back to pitch. It is Cody Sedlock. Javier Guerrero lead things off, and he looks at strike 1. Sedlock came in the 6th inning. He's only allowed 1 hit. He has walked 4 batters, though. And he's thrown 60 pitches. Right-hander working to the catcher, followed by Taylor Snetter, then Todd Zinnigy here in the 9th inning. Next one in for a strike, and then the next one missing, so it's 1-2. Sedlock, 6'3", 220 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Guevara gets eaten up by a slider at 85 as the catcher is gone. 3 strikeouts now for Sedlock and 1 away in the 9th inning. Stay with us at the post-game show. Scores from Major League Baseball, scores from the AA Northeast, and highlights from this one. First one at Taylor Snyder, the shortstop, missing high for ball 1. There's the pitch and the fastball in for a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1. Swung on and rolled foul at home plate, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next one is a little bit low, and the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is swung on and hit towards deep shortstop. Grenier sliding to his right, makes the play, fires to first base. Wow, what a play. Snyder is gone. He's out 6-3 for the second out of the 9th inning. Tremendous play, deep short. Grenier going to the slide, picking it up, and then whirling it across. And goes down to their final out now. Here's Todd Zinnigy. He's 0 for 3 with a double play tonight. Sedlock deals, and the fastball's outside for ball 1. Finals popping up in the AA Northeast. We'll get you the out-of-town scores in the post-game show. The 1-0, Sweeney. Foul straight back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bowie for Hartford nothing here in the 9th inning. Goes down to their final outs. 1-1 pitch is swung on and hit towards center field. Quickly coming in, it's Vavra. He is there and he makes the catch, and the Baysox win again. Bowie continues to flex its muscles and wreak havoc on the Eastern League, on the AA Northeast League, and well, it's another victory as they win for the 7th straight time. All right, we'll take a break. The post-game show is next on News Radio 1410 WPOP.